Welcome to Mustard Flats, lads. Thanks for joining us here. Got a first podcast back since the Canberra lockdown, so it's good to have you guys in. Quick shout out before we get started to our sponsors. We got Capital in the house. Yeah. Thank you, Capital, for supporting us. It's great to have you guys on board. Tastes good from the lads. So, guys.
Feels good.
Awesome to have you in. We've finally teed this up.
So anyway, I'm the host of the show.
Yeah, Rac's going to host. As everyone knows, there's no host in the flats, so you guys take it over. What's been happening? You've been cooking up a bit of a storm, I see, in lockdown.
To be honest, I haven't been doing shit. It's lockdown. So I've been writing.
We all been going through the lockdown blues.
That's right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
along with
You
everyone.
stole that one from me.
Yeah. You know, we give and take here and there, you know.
Yeah. But so haven't been doing much, just writing a lot and drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's how it goes. My shout out to my mum. She's had a double knee surgery, so she's watching this right now. So.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everyone that has been battling some type of health issue during this lockdown. You know what I mean? My dad included. You know, I think he's watching right now. You know what I mean? So I just want to give him a shout out.
How is your dad?
Yeah, man. Well, we got some good news, like by the doctors. You know. So yeah, it kind of gave us all thanks. You know what I mean? That he's going to be around for a while. You know what I'm saying? Still.
Yeah.
So great news.
Is there a possibility for a re-up?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Yeah, no, that's good to hear, man.
Yeah, man.
He when I saw him last, he looked good.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's part of being a soldier. You know what I'm saying? You could be hurting on the inside. You could have all them wounds, but you know what I mean. You gotta kind of have like a mask on and not show anyone that you're hurt and bleeding. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a UFC fighter getting punched in the face.
That's it.
Yeah. Anyway, so who's interviewing? You're interviewing me?
I think we're just bouncing off each other, man. Just letting it go natural.
We can just have a conversation. It doesn't need to be a formal thing, but how's it been for you, Dave, in lockdown? I mean, you can't do what you love, which is tattoo,
man.
so
that's
it's got to be a tricky time.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's all about trying to keep yourself busy, try to keep yourself sane. I'd like to say I've been reading, working out at home,
it sounds like jail.
Yeah, but I haven't been doing any of that. I've tried to get back into like my drawing, which is kind of like how I first started getting into like my art, was just basic drawing. Getting to like your foundations first. Because out of that's what starts, design. It starts, painting, murals. It all starts from the basics,
It all started one day.
That's
a long time ago.
Far away land. Yeah.
When he picked up his pencil and he decided to draw. Now, he's one of the best tattoo artists of all time.
Yeah, that's it.
His name is the King Chavez.
Yeah. AKA TK Chavez. Those that don't know, it stands for Tattoo King. So I do, tattoos. If y'all don't know that, here I am doing Tattoo King things.
Named by yours truly. Over here.
Yeah, you stole that from my brain. Yeah. Nah, we've Rac Rila and myself, we've been through a lot. You know what I mean? And I can say more than a decade later, we're here to tell the tale. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what a tale to tell. Fuck. Been through a lot of shit.
Yeah, but, that's it.
Yeah.
So where did it start? How did you guys meet?
So, right before, about, I can't even remember what year, but I used to breakdance back in the day. Shark has been on the show.
Yeah.
CAG.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, for a friend of the show. A few other people who would know. But we had a breakdance crew. I think we were the first breakdance crew in Canberra. So it was Capital City Breakers.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was one breakdance crew before Capital City Breakers,
bullshit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. You can ask JR about that. You know what I mean? And he will even say
Nah,
that
there was no one.
there was in the early 90s. And I'm old school.
That's like old.
Yeah, old
there
school.
probably was, yeah.
There was, yeah. Yeah, they'll probably be like almost 50 years old now if they're still alive.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking to him about getting him on the show.
Yeah.
Or doing something with him.
Does he do like street performances?
Nah, he was like a DJ and breaker and MC from a long time ago. But
yeah,
I think I know who you're talking about.
it was
Do you remember that guy in Civic who used to be like the
in
robot?
Silver, right?
Yeah.
Old school popper guy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It's safe to say that Capital City Breakers and Breaking Into was the crew that put Canberra on the map, though.
Yeah.
Straight up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I was part of this crew. So Capital City Breakers. The funny thing is, I actually named that. So that I named.
That's it.
What are we gonna name this shit? Capital City Breakers.
Yeah.
Pretty easy, but yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it was named. And this guy, man, I wanted to put him on the phone call. It's a bit hard on the podcast, but he tuned us into everything. Like, he taught us how to break. His name was Junior. He was like a couple of years younger than me, but he was like the best breakdancer you've ever seen in your whole life. Like, he could pick up moves in like 1, 2, like in a week.
Yeah.
He'd be doing like it's hard to describe because many people don't know the moves, but he could, like, he went from windmills to flares to like
To head spins.
head spins to 90s.
Yeah.
Like all sorts of shit, man. And then he could combine them all as well, like do a flare to an air track. So an air track is like the epitome of moves in breakdancing.
Yeah. I was breakdancing at that time too. I think it's safe to say that he was the first person to have air flares at that in Australia anyway. You know, I can say that there's still people in Australia that still remember who he is.
Yeah.
After all these years that he's been gone.
I talked to him last night.
Yeah.
And he's like, people still talk about you, bro.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. Like
Yeah, nah.
He brushed his
True.
shit off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's some crazy shit.
Yeah. I think that's just him being humble though.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. But then, like, from there, I can say, you know, from breakdancing, boom, you got into rapping.
Oh yeah. So
From that.
I quit breakdancing when I realized that I couldn't breakdance. When I realized it was shit.
Yeah, many of us did, man. Yeah. Some of us got into IT and,
Everyone
and
quit
public
there.
service, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You and me kind of just did this.
No, but so the way I got into rap
Yeah.
is because, like, I was like hanging around these boys that went to extreme games, like
To the X Games.
X Games,
Yeah.
and I was like, fuck, what am I gonna do? I can't breakdance for shit. I only got like 2 moves, and that's when I picked up rapping because I was like, maybe I could rap for the crew.
Yeah.
So
Then that's cool, man. You know what? I think that's cool because I think, you know, especially now in this generation, you know what I mean, a lot of people, a lot of artists, I'll say, they'll just grab one art form and they just fly with that and perfect that. But, you know what I mean, our generation and even, you know, hip hop heads before us, they were like, you know, breakdancing, rapping, they're also DJing. They were like mixing all different art forms together, you know what I mean?
I think it's better when you pick one.
Yeah, that's right. It's but in my case I can say that you're doing other art forms without even realizing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because you didn't just do rap, you got into your martial arts too, and so on.
oh
you know?
yeah, they all translate into,
Yeah.
to something else. But But definitely that was my I was like, fuck, man, these guys are doing air flares and fucking windmills and fucking whatever the fuck, and I'm not doing shit, so I have to be the best rapper.
That's right.
And that's why I just spent hours and hours and hours and hours writing.
And you know what's cool about that is that we weren't doing it for the money back then.
I'm still not doing it for the money.
That's dope.
Well, some elements of what you do, like it's led to your career now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, these are times where, you know, social media wasn't a thing. We weren't doing it for the likes or the followers or money or anything. We were just doing it because we love what we did, and we wanted to get known for it. You know,
straight up. It was So I'll get into the story how I met this cat. So I came back from the States when I started uni. I think of 2000.
early 2000, man. Yeah.
No, it was late. It's about
Mid 2000.
2009.
Not earlier than that. I'd say easy 7.
Maybe.
Yeah, around that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I actually got sick when I was in the States, and fuck, man, the medical system there is so fucked up. Like, I was scared for my fucking life. I got pneumonia out partying. And then called my mom like, Mommy, can I come home?
Bring me home.
Yeah, bring me home. Yeah, so she got me the ticket back. And then I went to uni. And then I was out at a club. Like, I can't remember what club it was.
I think it was shit, man. It was that long ago. It was a dope club too. I remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah.
No, was it Mesh?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Mesh.
Yeah. Right there on North.
So I was like dancing on the I was like, that's how I dance. And then this guy just goes boom. Like, I thought it was some guy trying to like
pick a fight or something.
You're like, oh, you're Ash, man. It's like from like back in the day, like CCB.
Capital City Breakers.
Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, I remember you. I'm like, in my mind, I was like, I don't remember. But after that, we cultivated a friendship, and we went from there. He started drawing, so that was his first thing. He was a drawer.
Nah, I remember that, man. We had a good conversation. I remember it was at your grandfather's place, and you were telling me about like you know, have you ever picked up like I don't know, like a talent or something that you're good at, and maybe just stick to it, maybe make a career out of it. You know what I mean? Like me, for example, you said, you know, rapping was my thing, and that was something that I was good at, and I could, you know, make a career out of it.
When my mom sent me on the plane to America, I had a pen and a pad. I was like, that's it.
Yeah,
I'm going to stay in America until I got sick. But that was, I already had figured myself out.
Yeah,
but you hadn't figured it.
No, I didn't, because, you know, my parents were always telling me, you know, just study, get your degree, you know, and for years that was injected into my head. Get your degree, you know. So like I used to draw all this stuff like for fun, but never did I think that I could make a career out of it, because for so long I thought that getting a degree was the way to become successful, you know.
Right.
All to figure out that once I got, you know what I mean, once I graduated and I got my advanced diploma, now I had to get out in the real world and compete with thousands of other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always the parental dream for
that's right.
Your child to go to uni and not explore. Like, I was talking to him about this the other day. I was like, man, we grew up in the wrong era. Like nowadays, like, you know,
I think culture has a lot to do with that too,
like,
though.
you know, like, oh, go fucking be a musician, or go do this and that.
Be a TikTok star.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the new degree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Go be
Go on OnlyFans.
Yeah. I don't think any
Don't know
mums
many
are-
parents are saying that.
Nah, no one's saying that shit. You're a bad parent, Dave. You don't have to kick
Yeah.
yet. Don't put them on.
But I think like the culture has a lot to do with that because our parents came from other countries where
course.
that's what you were
What's
valued
expected.
as.
Right.
I mean, you were only valued as you're only as good as what your diploma said or what your degree said. But I remember like this conversation at your grandfather's house, and this was at the time where you were bouncing from location to location. You know what I'm saying? Because you were studying.
All right.
You know what I mean? And you were like,
I wasn't at uni or.
yeah, this was around the uni days.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But you were like, me, for example, as in yourself.
Yeah.
I chose rapping because I felt I was good at it, and I wanted to do something with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you asked me, what about you? Is there anything that, that you are good at that you could possibly make money of? And I just said to you, dude, I think drawing. I was always drawing. And you were like, oh, yeah? But I don't think at this point you had seen any of my work until I came back a week later,
Right.
And I showed you like all my sketches from years ago. And you were like, holy shit, dude. That's actually pretty good. I mean, you could probably make some money out of this.
And my evil genius was like,
Yeah.
this motherfucker can make some money.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You created a monster, man, without even knowing. You created a
That's
king.
shit, sir. How about that?
So you created a tattoo king out of that. You know what I'm saying?
The TK Chavez.
Yeah. That's it. True that, man.
So the way.
Just while we wait, do you want to get your mate on?
Oh yeah.
Because I've just sent you a link to the Zoom. If you just copy that to him, he can phone in a bit later.
Yeah.
All right.
And if he's watching, just jump in and I'll put you in the waiting room.
So you sent it to my
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Cool.
It'd be cool to talk to you. He was from Canberra, was he?
Yeah.
Originally?
He's the
Yeah,
boy
he-
that we were talking about.
Yeah.
The best break dancer in
In Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that last link. If you just,
Oh no, he's gone all like ghost on social media.
okay, you
He's only got WhatsApp.
he's only got. Okay, yeah. He doesn't have Zoom.
No.
No, okay. Don't worry about it.
Right, no,
Yeah.
so I'll leave it. It's all right. You can watch it.
Yeah.
Somehow. No, you probably can't watch it.
Yeah, probably can.
Yeah, get Facebook, man.
Yeah. No, he cancelled all his social media.
No, he can watch it. You can watch it on YouTube without a login and stuff. So he'll
true,
be able
that's
to
cool.
catch up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so
So, but yeah, back at your grandfather's house, you're like, oh, damn, man, that's pretty cool, man. You could, make some money out of this. And then this was around the time where I was at CIT and I was studying graphic design too. But everything's digital. There, drawing wasn't really a thing. And there was an assignment, and the assignment was to create pieces of artwork based on an artist that you admire. And back then, Mr. Cartoon was killing it in the game.
So a little bit of back story about cartoons. Cartoon is the tattoo artist who did 50's back piece, 50 Cent's back piece. He did like Eminem's arm piece.
Nas, DJ Premier,
Nas,
Dr. Dre,
Yep.
Exhibit,
Yep.
all the big names, man.
Yep.
It was but he also, collaborated with Nike, G-Shock, and he did work for Rockstar Games, the artwork for GTA and stuff. The guy just blew up big.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. He did a lot of work for video games and stuff. And then he eventually created his own clothing line. Oh, yeah, that's him. There you go.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Everything he did back then was freehand. This is before iPads came out. Everything was all done by hand.
I'm sure he uses the iPad. Right?
He does.
Yeah.
He does. Damn sure I actually saw him doing it. Yeah, and he collaborated with Nike doing the Air Force Ones and stuff like that.
Oh, true that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah, that's it. So I was like, man, I could do everything this guy can do. The only thing I can't do is tattoo. Like I was already doing, logos and stuff.
Do you remember the car park conversations?
Yeah, I remember like, that's when we were helping each other out, and that's cool about our friendship because this is a friendship where like we both, we pushed each other, to better ourselves.
Yeah.
In our own art journey. You know what I'm saying? This is a time. Because I was doing graphic design, I was, doing your mixtape covers,
let's chime in on that.
Yeah.
That was some hustling shit.
Yeah, man.
All right. So, at the university open days, it was Wednesdays.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. Yeah.
So it was like a open day where you can like sell shit and do whatever the fuck you want. But so I was like, man, I need some fucking money. And he's like, all right, let's make some money.
Nah, you weren't just about making money, man. You needed to pay your rent, man, at that time.
Oh, yeah, I had to pay the rent.
You needed to pay your rent, and you know what I mean? You were about to get kicked out, bro.
Yeah, I was.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. I was about to get kicked out of my place. I was like, fuck. That's why I need to make money. So I needed to make money to pay the rent so I wouldn't get kicked out. And I put together a mixtape of all the songs that I had. It must have been like 20 songs or something.
Yeah, that's it.
And then we went to the that fucking printing place.
Yeah, that's it.
And we printed out all the mixtape covers. We cut them all up.
That's it.
There was like, it was a lot. There was like, fuck, man.
My memory is that good that the mixtape cover was called the Candyman.
Yeah, Candyman.
And it was a picture of you with a suit and a chuppa chup. You know what I mean? And it was just like the gingerbread man in the background and cotton candy and stuff. So that was my artwork that I created for you.
Yeah, so he created the artwork. And then we went to uni on that day, and we sat in the rain. Remember that? It was fucking raining, pouring down, and we had the speakers, and I'm playing the music.
Yeah.
People walking past and like, all right, I'll buy one. I'll buy one. I'll buy one. I'll buy one. And we sold the whole thing.
Yeah.
I never gave you any money for that shit.
Nah. Nah. But that's how you know it's not about the money.
We sold it out. It was like, we made like $600 that day. Well, I did. No, me.
We?
Not me.
Where's my hat? Nah, man, and we helped each other like that, and then you had other gigs following up from that too,
I started doing shows. And
shit. But then that's when not only was I doing your mixtape covers, I was doing all your promo stuff, like your T-shirts and stuff with your Double A logo back then, which that was your name back then.
Let's do a commercial break. Capital Brewery, awesome beer. Can I have another one? Thanks. Keep going.
Yeah, man. That led to you doing other shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With
the first one.
The first one. Which one was the first one?
I think the first one was Ja Rule.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Ja Rule was the first show. I was backstage with you on that one.
Yeah.
Those
guys were the biggest dickheads I've ever met in my whole life.
Yeah, they were, man. But at the same time, we met some cool people on the way, too.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We met some cool motherfuckers, man.
So that, to rehash, after that led to me getting opening gigs. Excuse me. So the first one we did was Ja Rule.
Yeah.
I think it was his second time in Canberra or something like that.
Yeah. There was a place called the Pavilion, I think. It started with P.
That pavilion.
Something like that.
I like the way you say it. It sounds much better.
Yeah. I should.
The pavilion.
Sounds dangerous. No, but I think we were backstage, and I think we were giving out shirts and stuff. Your shirts, to the crowd. So that's what we were doing.
At the same time, he was designing my merch as well. So yeah, all the double A shirts.
Yeah, and that again, like that wasn't like factory made or anything. That was all freehand, handmade.
I was there with you.
Yeah. We had to iron them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then we had other gigs like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Again,
that was a bit later.
Yeah, at the Southern Cross Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably my first big show.
Yeah.
So
it was a big crowd.
So
man,
yeah. So at that time I opened up for Bone Thugs and Harmony, and man, that fucking crowd was huge. It was like massive. It's the first big crowd that I've ever seen. And the thing about crowds I've noticed is the bigger the crowd, the easier it is to perform.
The bigger the crowd, you think? Yeah.
Imagine a crowd of 12 people. You know how hard it is to perform to those 12 people?
Yeah.
If you perform to like 1,000 people, it's fucking easy as fuck.
Yeah.
You don't see the people.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did Bone Thugs and Harmony. That was the first one. And oh shit, I got you on stage.
You got me on stage, but not only that. I remember you were already like hyping me up to everyone else to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Right.
Because these guys already had tattoos,
Yeah.
I think this is before it got popular here. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I remember you went up to Wishbone and you're like, "Hey man, let me talk to you for a minute, man."
Right. Oh man. Yeah.
I remember that. But you spoke to all of them.
Shout out to Wishbone.
Yeah. Word up. But you spoke to these guys and you were just like, "Hey man, who did that tattoo for you, man? You should check out my boy TK. You know what I mean? He'll get you right. You know what I'm saying?" But I missed out on a lot of opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right.
But things happen for a reason. You know what I mean?
Of course. Look where you are.
Yeah. But that was pretty cool, man.
Don't get faced by that shit. I remember. So after the concert, I went up to the hotel room. Remember?
Yeah, we were both there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we were both there.
Yeah, you were downstairs, so you couldn't get up.
No. We do you remember? Like we walked from. We were from the club.
Nick, you got to hear this story.
Yeah.
So after the performance, it was me, Crazy Bone, Wishbone, and
I forgot Physician Harris was another one.
There's another Bone. So we were all walking up the street to the hotel, and it was a big fucking line. So imagine this is the street. We were walking like
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, no,
It
but
was like, have you seen the movie The Warriors?
All the fans,
It was like that.
Yeah.
all the fans were like walking behind.
Yeah, we look like an army.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was like a full-on army. The cars couldn't even drive past. It was crazy. It was
Wow.
fucking insane. Like,
Yeah.
and then we got to the hotel, and then I go straight up and with Bone. I'll just call him Bone.
Yeah, let's just call them Bones. Bones.
Went straight up with the Bones, and
Skull and Bones.
and we went up and we were just like puffing.
Yeah.
Up there and so this is what happened. So Wishbone's like so you're a rapper, right? Yeah. It's like you open up? I'm like, yeah. And like he's like spit something. So it was like like I spat something. He's like, I can't understand you with your Australian accent. I'm like,
he said that, huh?
straight away I was like, this guy is the biggest dickhead I've ever met in my whole fucking life.
Yeah, that's
Fuck you, man.
That's
You can't understand an Australian accent. It's the same as
it's very unfortunate.
yeah.
the Bones couldn't understand Australian.
No, Crazy Bone actually told me it was a good rapper. But Wishbone was the one who was like,
Then I think that's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Crazy's one of the best rappers in the whole world.
I was just about to say, you know, what I mean, he was a lot of people would say he's even better, you know, than Busy. You know what I'm saying?
I when I was talking to him, I was like, I heard you in the verse with Eminem, and you outclassed him on that verse. He's like, thank you. I don't get enough respect for that track. I was like, I got you, bro. Like a rapper until a rapper, you know?
Real recognizes real, man.
Yeah.
And at that time, were you tattooing yet, Dave? Or were you, so you
Nah,
were
No.
you
So
were trying to get
no,
stuff going, kind of thing?
I was trying to get stuff going, but you know, this was a time where like, I mean, you need to understand that, you know, tattooing back then, it wasn't so popular back then. It was something that was so hard to get into. Still is.
It was popular, but no one was trying to teach.
No one wanted to teach. This was like a secret weapon, if you want to call it that. You know, it's something that was cultivated, and you had to earn that knowledge. It wasn't just given to you, or you know, it's not like today, or when you want to become, let's say, a doctor or something. You go to a university, and you just do your time at uni. You do your terms and your semesters, and you know, you do your units, your exams, and you graduate. You know, no, this isn't like that. It's
like a trade and
yeah,
apprenticeship.
Yeah, you have to
it's
earn
like
it really
it's like
much.
a trade that you have to sort of discover.
Exactly, and each person has their own journey, you know. But in my case, I was always knocked back, and like we're talking around a time where I was already doing murals. I was already airbrushing motorcycles and helmets.
So at the Bone Thugs in Harmony concert, when I got him on stage, he did a mural on stage, like real quick.
Ah, dope.
Yeah, so that he didn't start
That was live.
Yeah, he did a live mural.
Sick. Is there footage of that? Fuck, it'd be.
Well, we wanted to pull it up. It was on Facebook.
I don't know if you know Big Dave.
Yeah.
Shout out Big Dave. He's the one who organized the whole thing. But he has all the footage.
Yeah.
I've been trying to seek that shit out for fucking years.
Yeah. I mean, I do have I think I had some photos up on Facebook, but unfortunately, I've had to, you know, deactivate my account, you know. But
too many ladies. Just playing around.
Nah, not even that. But yeah. So this is a time where, like, you know, the knowledge for tattooing was hidden a lot more than what it is now. And now this is a time where I was doing murals and airbrushing motorcycles, airbrushing T-shirts, even like for Ash and stuff, and doing a lot of work for him. And then when I approached tattoo shops with my portfolio, it wasn't good enough. I'd get stuff like, yeah, we'll let you know if something comes up. You know, we just fool.
Should I get into how you got into a shop?
I can get into that. You know,
right,
don't worry about
it.
Yeah. So we'll get into that, how I started tattooing. Because, you know, I missed out on these opportunities to tattoo. No one wanted to teach me. Rac was always like, dude, you should get into tattooing. You need to do it. Like, there's so many people out there that are doing home jobs, man, and they're making money out of this. But you're actually good, man. You could do something with it. Why don't you do it? But at that point, I just thought it was impossible. It was just something that I was always waiting for that sensei, if you want to call it that, like that master to kind of just be under his wing, you know? So I remember you just graduated a thing, or again, you got kicked out of UC.
Yeah, I got kicked. Yeah.
You got kicked out. So I think you stayed at my place for a couple of days, and we were watching like Cypress Hill videos. If I remember, it was a DVD called Tribal, and there was like
it was Tribal.
It was Tribal, yeah. And Psycho Round was performing. Cypress Hill, Cartoon was there. like tattooing and stuff. And when you saw that, you were like, man, get your tattoo shit and blast me, fool.
Yeah.
And at that time, I had a tattoo machine that I got from eBay, and I hadn't opened it up yet. And you were like, dude, I trust you, because I know one day you're gonna get good. And when you do, you better tattoo me for free, motherfucker.
That's a true story.
So I was like, all right, man, cool. So we were just in my living room, and I was just like trying to put it together and stuff. I didn't even know like how far the needle had to be out. I didn't know like what frequency like the machine had to be. I didn't know how to dip the ink and apply it to you, but I just, I set it up how I thought would work.
Right.
And I remember doing a little Z symbol and a smiley face on you.
I still got it on my fucking hand. I still got it on my ankle. It's like, so I don't know what the fuck that is.
But you know what?
I should take a picture of that.
It's funny. It's funny because now you're telling me it's the worst, but back then you were just like, dude, this guy can tattoo.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, this is dope.
You're like, man, this guy's the shit.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh man, this is perfect. I'll wear this for the rest of my life.
Yeah. But it goes to show like when somebody like believes in you, how far that can go. You know what I mean? How you can inspire somebody.
Like, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
you believed in me when no one else did. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same with Nick.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many times I've said shit to you. I'm like, dude, you should do this. Like I'm.
Yeah.
This is the type of fucking dude I am. Like if I say something, I'm like,
100%, 100%. It's good to have people like that around you.
Yeah. It's that's how we empower each other. You know what I'm saying? We empower each other, and we help each other become the best versions of ourselves. You know, that's cool.
But it's good to see. Remember that shit I told you about Leonardo da Vinci?
Yeah, we're talking about apprenticeships, and this is exactly what this is. We were going through that period of apprenticeships.
Can I lay down the story of Leo?
Yeah, man.
Leo.
Yeah.
Old Leo?
Yeah.
Leo.
Old school Leo. So he used to go to this field every day, and he saw this flower like blooming out of the ground, and he'd sketch it every day. He'd come back the next day, sketch it. So he must have sketched this flower for fucking who knows how long. Mm-hmm. Fucking weirdo. No, I'm joking. But he sketched this flower, and it bloomed to its full capacity, and then it died. And then he was like, so what's the meaning of life?
What is the meaning of life?
What is it? You tell me. Because I just told you.
I think, we have a certain amount of time on this earth. And
related to the story.
That's what I'm trying to do.
All right.
So we have a certain amount of time on this earth. And, metaphorically, we are just like that flower. This is my interpretation, by the way. Metaphorically, we are that flower. So we start growing and growing and growing and growing until get to a point where we eventually die.
Bloom to you. No, you're going too far.
This is just how I interpret it.
Well,
you asked me. This is just how I'm interpreting.
Well, in the book, it's written by Robert Greene.
Yeah, I read a couple of his books.
Yeah, he's fucking
the 50th Law was the last one I read.
Right.
And the other book was The Art of Seduction.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
48 Laws of Power was the other one.
Was this first one?
Yeah.
But before the 50th.
Was yes, that's right.
Yeah. So it's basically life is to be lived till you reach your full potential. You have to reach your full potential.
I was gonna say something similar.
Even if, whatever walks of life you come from, you can reach your full potential.
Yeah,
that's it.
I was gonna say something similar. Become, do as much as you can in the time that we're on this earth.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say.
Mm.
And you can leave a legacy.
Yeah.
Which is the drawing that you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Straight up.
leave some
That's right.
legacy there for everyone else.
Yeah. That is, yeah. You know, getting older in age, I'm thinking about kids and all that, this kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a good thing to pass on
Yeah, man.
that mentality.
It's crazy, man. How like, you know, we're getting older, but we saw people that were doing it and died at an earlier age and left that legacy with less amount of work. Bruce Lee was one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, true.
Died at 32, only did 7 movies.
He was
You know what I mean?
32.
32 when he died.
He died in 1973.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was born in 1940. But definitely he died at 32. Only did 7 movies. And
But he was a philosopher.
yeah. But, you know, it's been, what, 40-something years since his passing.
Dude, I chew through this shit like water.
And the guy's still
Cabin
relevant
Brewery.
today.
Awesome drink.
Getting their money's worth today.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah, do you think you guys have got, how far through that legacy do you think you guys are? I'll throw it over to you both now. Like, how far through that legacy of
The-
music and
Oh, man. With
whatever do you think you are?
Not even close, man. Fucking, you know, I have my music, but for example, when you came over the other day to the crib, we're talking about Capital Territory.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
that's legacy shit.
yeah. Tell us about that.
Yeah,
Tell us.
I'll tell you about that.
Yeah.
So I've decided to make a movie because in every state, Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, where the fuck you go, right? They always talk about how their places have so many stories and they're so fucking outlandish and all this kind of bullshit. But man, I grew up in Canberra. I know the stories that I've heard from here. And someone needs to make a story about that.
The thing is, too, is that a lot of talent has come out of here, you know?
Yeah, they
and then they
leave.
go somewhere like to another state,
Right.
and then those states claim the talent that came from here, you know?
Right, straight up.
That's the thing.
But
I don't
I
think,
mean, they can do that eventually.
yeah,
But let's tell a tale about what the fuck we've been doing here,
yeah,
instead of evacuating from here and going to make another movie somewhere else.
yeah.
Like
I
why?
mean,
Like let's move from Canberra and make a movie about Sydney. Like get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here! Come on.
I mean, I think it's safe to say, like, you know, a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna just say it. You know, what I mean, Canberra doesn't get enough credit. You know, and I think
It's a very magical place. This place.
yeah. Yeah, it takes to live somewhere else and travel a lot
Yeah.
to really appreciate.
Oh, when you
know.
come back.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know, what I mean, how good we have it here,
Right.
and I don't know. I think COVID and lockdown has, you know, it's been an eye opener, you know,
Right.
because no matter where you are, we're all the same now.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well-
Some better than others, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I can't wait to get a vaccine and go 5G. I can't wait.
I can.
I cannot wait.
So speaking of that, that legacy for you, you have definitely started leaving a mark on the city in some capacity.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You've
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're still up. They're still up there. You
Yeah,
can still
man.
check them out. Tell us about getting into these sort of projects.
I was there for that shit.
Yeah.
I used to rock up for that.
If I can remember.
Is that the Jackie Chan wall?
Yeah. That happened in 2016. That was me and my homeboy Sways. Shout out to the homeboy Sways. I mean, when it came to graph, this homeboy, you know, taught me everything I know about graph, really. And
Oh, Sways, yeah.
Sways, yeah. So a lot of my knowledge, I owe it to him.
Man, look at that shit.
You know, yeah. So in 2016, I was just looking for a wall, man. I wanted to get my name up and put my artwork up. Problem is, because Canberra's so, you know, conservative, you have to have a good reason why you're gonna put some artwork on a wall, and kind of sell yourself and explain why it's a good idea. It has to fit all the boxes, and then, you know, it has to reflect what Canberra is all about. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. You're just trying to make a good uppy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's why I never got any walls, because I wasn't all about that. I just wanted to get my name up, and I just wanted to be free, man.
Yeah, you're
That's
talking
what that was all
about
about.
doing it the by the book way, like
Yeah,
doing it
yeah,
the legal way, 'cause
that's
what you're about. Like,
Well, that's what
yeah.
the government wanted,
it's
right?
cool how you shot the like Dixon, like
Yeah.
Yeah, this was all in Dixon, so
Yeah.
it's very much a part of the culture of that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, too, like, you know,
you should tell them about where Jackie Chan posted this.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to get into it.
All right.
We're trying to get into it, but you know, but one of the things that I wanted to do was share my culture, you know, because Canberra is a multicultural, you know, state. A lot of people forget that, and I say it's a lot more multicultural than most states and most countries, even, you know. And I just wanted to really show that through my art. So I contacted ACT Thames, and they said to me, yeah,
Look at that. Look at that shit.
yeah, man, we had a lot of fun
This
doing
is
that.
iconic now.
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
shit.
man, it's still up there, man.
Yeah.
So they actually gave me a wall in Yerby Spillway that was
Look at
just
that.
getting
Look at
built
that
at the
shit.
time. Yeah.
That's fucking amazing, man. It's so big too. People don't realize how big that is.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing looking at it here, but then it's another thing like being next to it, you
Right.
know, where you can really appreciate it,
Yeah.
you know. Where were we?
Talking
No,
about,
that
talking
was
about you.
that was it. Yeah, yeah,
Talking about you. Oh,
yeah. So that was the start of
Yeah.
your lasting legacy. That
Well, that's where I
to
was.
the question I was asking. Yeah, but
How I got that wall was ACT Thames gave me Yerby Spillway. That was just getting built. And they just asked me to draw, you know, my design for it.
oh yeah. You had to. you
Yeah, I
had
had to, yeah. Now, I'm not getting paid for this, by the way. But, you know what I mean? Like I said, I wasn't about the money back then. I was just trying to get my name up. And this goes back to what we were talking about before, apprenticeships, putting in the hard work, you know.
Well, yeah.
You know, but
The funniest story that I ever had with you is the apprenticeship that you first had. Do you remember that shit?
you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay, talk about it.
So, this guy went to the States
Oh, that's right. Okay.
and got an apprenticeship with cartoons, like Mr. Cartoons. The guy's done
the goat,
pretty much the goat.
the tattoo goat, like
Yeah. And I think this is what made you hustle. Sorry, did I knock some shit? This is what made you hustle a bit more. Because when you were there, you're like, oh, they got me mopping floors and got me doing shit. I'm like, dude, if fucking Eminem gave me an apprenticeship, I'll mop his fucking floors. I'll cut his fucking hair. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And you came back, remember?
Yeah.
Well, you came back and then you were like, cool, and then this has happened. We come this far, so far.
No. I didn't just come back though.
No, but like you did come back after that apprenticeship.
Because then I went back to Washington. You remember that?
To Seattle.
To Kennewick, Washington. I don't want to say his name.
Oh, Oh, I know he's talking about.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to say his name, but I was up in Washington for my other apprenticeship,
Right.
and all to find out, because the deal was, now how tattoo shops have always operated is you don't get paid as an apprentice.
Right.
You come in, you wipe the benches, you set up for everybody else,
Yeah.
you take care of the appointment books, you deal with the managing side of things first, then you work your way up to like setting up for your artist. You know, you mop the floors, you scrub the toilets, you buy food for everybody else. You're pretty much the shop bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Today, that doesn't exist. A lot of these things, most tattoo shops have taken that away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really think these traditional things are there for a reason, because, you know, I've seen.
How so? Like,
Well, because if you can go through all of that and become successful in all these little things, in all these little chores, and still be there, you know what I mean? It's because you want to be there.
yeah.
You've earned the right to be there.
Yeah. So that's
You've earned that.
it takes some degree of maturity.
That's right. But I mean, I've seen it all before now. You know what I mean? Now that I'm in the industry of tattooing, like, people don't go through those apprenticeships,
Right.
proper apprenticeships,
Yeah.
and they might only last 3 months,
Right.
6 months at most, you know, because they didn't do the hard yards.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll so they think that they're entitled, and they end up leaving.
Right. Let's switch it to rap now.
But we're talking about
I'm just
my
playing around.
apprenticeships
Yeah.
with with the artist I was dealing with in Washington.
Right.
I thought things were going to be different, because the deal was, I pay you,
Nah, that guy was shady. I know who you're talking about.
yeah, but we're talking about how things were with cartoon.
Right.
I thought working with this guy was going to be different. All to get there and find out it was exactly the same, even though I was paying him to learn.
Yeah. Crazy.
I was paying him to learn,
Yeah.
yet it was exactly the same thing. So I was pretty much paying him to become a slave, his slave,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So eventually it didn't work out.
So, in retrospect, go back,
Yeah.
like in comparison, what do you think you are compared to him now?
Well, I hope to say I'm a lot more humble.
I'm talking about talent.
Oh, in terms of talent?
Yeah.
Well,
Smoked.
I'm sorry, man, but I think I've surpassed that
Yeah,
dude
he smoked him.
big time. Not only as an artist, but as a person,
Right.
as a leader as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think he was just looking for some cheap
Yeah.
help.
Whatever the reason is, it made me the person that I am today.
True that.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything
But
does.
I mean, at the time I didn't realize it though, because even with what happened with cartoon and that artist, I didn't come back feeling successful. If anything, I felt like I let everybody down. Felt like I let you down. Felt like I let
Yeah.
all my other friends down. Well, because you wanted me to come back a tattoo artist, and I felt like I failed. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, because that's what I
Oh,
that's what I
Yeah,
went
yeah.
there to do. I didn't
Yeah,
go there
true.
like to work at at Denny's or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I know.
So I came back.
I never felt that shit from you. I mean, I never felt that toward you.
No, but that's how I felt. But not only did I feel like I let all my friends down, you and everyone else down, I felt that I let myself down. And I also felt that I proved my parents right, because they told me you should go to school.
You know what's crazy? So we went to make some ceviche the other day. Do you know what
Yeah.
ceviche is?
Yeah, yeah. I saw it in the
On the
in the
story?
stories. Yeah.
Excuse me. So it's like it's a mixture of seafood and it's cooked in lemon. And we're making this and when we went to go pick up the ingredients, your dad was there.
Yeah, that's it.
That was crazy. Your dad was at the market.
Yeah.
Man, I'm burping like a mother. Yeah, so he was there.
That's how you know it's good.
Burping. Yeah, so his dad was there, and his dad rang him while he was driving, but didn't see him. But he rang him at the exact point in time. It was fucking weird. Anyway, so we get out, and we walk to go see your dad. You know what your dad said to me?
Yeah, I was there, but let's talk about it.
You were talking to his wife.
Yeah.
But what he said to you, to me, was like, man, the best thing he could have ever done was get into tattooing.
Yeah. And he recognized you as the guinea pig. Because you had all your tattoos showing.
My whole body's covered in Dave's tattoos. Like I'm wearing like a hoodie and shit, but like it's all Dave's work on my body.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's kind of interesting because you've both had those moments. You with Mr. Cartoon, like the big moment where you're like, this is going to change the course of my life. And it didn't quite work out. And Rac, you've had that moment with an adventure that we had with Tyga.
Oh, dude.
Where it seems like a turning point in your life.
It does.
How was that? Like, it's similar kind of situation.
The first one was X Factor, man.
Oh, X Factor, yeah.
No, sorry. Was Australia's Got Talent.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first. When I got the 5, so you go on X Factor.
Yeah.
There's 5 judges. And they all have the bong, 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 bong. Like they all have their own shit.
Yeah.
So they slam it if they like you. I got all 5. Man, when I got all 5, I thought I was fucking. Like I thought I was like fucking.
King of the world.
Yeah, 50 Cent. Or something. I'm like, man, this is crazy. My girl that I was dating at the time, like hugging me, Jama Constance, Rap FC. Have you heard of those boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to those boys.
Yeah, shout out.
Yep. Jama was there, and like he came in at the end, like my girl, like hugging me. I'm like, fuck, man, I've made it. This is it. Done. I'm like, yeah. Nah, that wasn't anything. I realized that those shows are shows.
Right.
I didn't realize that they weren't, so that they're not trying to expose artists. They do expose artists, but the longevity of the show is more important.
It's on to the next one.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as that season's over.
Yeah, straight up. And the stupid idiot I am, I went on X Factor like 2 seasons later. And same shit. I was in the group. They put me in a group. And it just like Daniel, shout out to Daniel, the greatest singers of all time.
The Noi.
Just a random piece of shit. So I advise any artist never go on fucking reality TV shows.
It's a common theme. I've had a few people in here, not the same experience, but different experiences on those things, but perhaps not the path.
So
no way. No way.
Interesting.
But besides that, that was a good lesson, because after that, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to start doing my own shit.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck all this, like trying to get someone else to build me up. Why don't I just build myself up?
That's exactly how we both saw things in our own journey.
Right.
We had the same thing.
We had the same thing. We were relying on something else or somebody else to kind of, you know, pave the way for us, you know.
Right.
And it was only until we did it our own way by ourselves, which is when the fruits were greater. The
Right.
results were a lot richer,
Yeah.
you know.
So I think the first thing that I did on my own, thanks, bro, was
Appreciate that.
this is when I started doing the shows, like Ja Rule, Bone Thugs, Exhibit. Kurupt.
I was just about to say Daz and Kurupt, man.
Shout out to Kurupt.
Kurupt.
One of the coolest motherfuckers you've ever met in your whole life.
We
I
met some
guarantee
assholes,
that,
but
that guy, if he has a funeral when he dies, there's gonna be like 7,000 people that will show up to that, and they'll all
Yeah.
be like, "Kurupt influenced me in a certain way." Kurupt was like the nicest guy. This guy had a show in the club. It was upstairs in Arendelle. There was a club.
Arendelle, yeah,
There was a club upstairs there.
yeah, I can't remember the name.
Yep.
Yeah, I was there. I was there with you on that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got me on stage. Remember?
Yeah, we got high as fuck.
He's like, "Who wants to smoke some weed?" And like, I'm there. It's like he pulls me up. He's like, he's like, take a dab, not a dab. Take a smoke of this shit. I'm like, big ass blunt, like
yeah,
that big. Get back to Kurupt. I was high as fuck on stage, and then he made me sing the lyrics. Hey, 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 hey.
smoke
Everyone's
weed every
quiet.
day.
Smoke weed every day. I'm like, oh man, like
There's actually a photo of that moment somewhere.
really.
Yes.
I don't have that photo. I need that photo.
Yeah. That moment that you're talking about, that's up in here.
Yeah.
I saw that from a distance.
So
You know what I'm saying?
regardless of that, the next day, we so Kurupt stayed at Big Dave, shout out again. Stayed at Big Dave's house, and we went out to get pizza the next day, and we were at do you remember APK?
Yeah, I remember
pizza
that.
joint.
That's right.
Yeah, so we were there eating pizza. I called South. I'm like, you don't know who I'm hanging with right now. Shout out South the God. He's like, who are you hanging out with? I'm like, I'm hanging out with Kurupt right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, where are you? I'm like, I'm at APK. And he's like, oh, because South used to work at Foot Locker. So he had the keys to the joint. So he can like open up the joint and, you know, sell people sneakers like at odd hours of the morning.
Right.
So he came around APK and he went up to Kurupt and he's like, can do you want any shoes? Like, you want to buy any shoes when you're around here? And he's like, yeah, man, for sure. And like the whole mall was closed, and he had the master key to the main. This is one plaza. He had the master key to the main door. Walked in. It was all closed. There's only like 5 of us. Open up Foot Locker. You know, we had to look that up. And then Kurupt is just walking around, just looking at shoes. And we're just there, just like chilling out. And we're smoking blunts in there too. And yeah, he bought like fucking 10 or 15. It must have been like, Jesus Christ. It must have been like 10 pairs of shoes.
Easy.
Yeah. And he put it on his, because you get commission when you work at Foot Locker, so he put it on his commission.
Right.
Yeah.
This is just a good employee.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
like that.
yeah, exactly.
Looking after his customers.
Straight up. It's crazy shit. But like, fuck, man, these stories. There's more stories.
Yeah. We've only just probably hit the tip.
Endless.
Yeah, man.
before we let you go, you got to tell the Tyga story. Everyone wants to know.
Oh, how long have we been going for?
We've been going over an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems like 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Doesn't-
It feels like a.
feels like we haven't even hit half of it.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
nah.
Half of it.
So let's start off. Well, all right.
It was the
No,
monster track.
we'll start off from the very start.
We gotta put like a little bit of like that video moment.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying too.
No, because it starts before Tyga. If you think about it.
With the monster video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hobson, I don't know. Yeah, Hobson.
Doesn't ring a bell, but
Well, he's
refresh my memory.
He's a very talented rapper, and he was with a squad called. He's not with them anymore, but they were Funk Volume. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
So they used to put out these competitions for rappers,
Right.
and someone told me about it. And the night before it was due, I called Nick up. I wrote a verse in like 25 minutes or 15 minutes or some shit.
Okay. Now I think it's I'm starting to remember this.
He's got it right there.
Yes, I remember that.
25 minutes.
Yes.
Nick came over, filmed it all, and then got it mastered, mixed, Kojo,
Oh, did he?
and then sent it off. Bank account when I check it out, I'm like, that's fine. Mary Jane, I'm shadow boxing with Hobson. It's crazy, man.
I think I did the glow in the dark
Yeah.
No,
artwork
yeah.
in that too.
Yeah, you did.
You were doing the
Yeah.
superhero.
That's it.
stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
But even like
But,
all the monster stuff.
It's Kira, that's my dog. My lady.
Your first love.
You should see Kira now. She's
Grown
getting
up.
up. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
getting up there in age, yeah.
Well, this was 2015, yeah.
15, yeah. Right. Well, this goes in parallel with time. So, 2015, we did this. Out of 75,000 contestants on this motherfucker competition, I came third. And Nick, we filmed this in like, I can't even tell you how quick.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes. And then after that, I started getting emails from, that's how I met Bizarre from
Right. From
D12. No one knows who D12 is. D12 is Eminem's crew. And this guy,
The Detroit crew.
yeah, Bizarre hit me up after that. And this guy called Anthony Martini. Shout out to Anthony fucking
Martini.
motherfucking
The
Martini.
Notorious.
Yeah. Disgusting drink. Anyway, so he hit me up, and then we organized this Tyga feature, and this is where you come in.
Fuck.
Do you have anything to say about it?
Well, I just remember getting asked, "Do you want to go to LA to film a video?"
Yeah,
You were like, fuck yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, all right.
let's
all
do
right.
it. Yeah,
What are we doing? We don't know really, but we're doing it."
yeah. That was fucking awesome, man. But the thing is, we got so high and drunk the whole time, and you were the one who was going out and doing all like the the landscape footage and everything.
Yeah, I was doing my job, man.
Yeah. But
And I hollered at the same
but
time.
that's some crazy shit, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it was wild. It turned out to be a total wild goose chase.
Yeah, of course. It was chasing Tyga. Let's call it that.
Chasing
the
Tyga.
Chasing fucking tigers through forests. Like
So Tyga
the jungle.
in the jungle of LA. Yeah, it was impossible to find this guy. I think he was dating Kylie Jenner at the time. So I think he was doing some shit with her.
Because the funny thing was they were happy to do the verse, record the verse, but you wanted the video,
Yeah,
and they were kind of stringing us along for that part of
Right.
it. They were happy to take the money, but never
never
deliver, yeah.
So
that
that was the issue. Like they were just dodging it the whole
Right.
time,
Mhm.
but they picked someone who wasn't going to give up that easy.
Oh, no way. It's I don't know the time frame between that and Sydney. Like what?
It was months.
Yeah, I was going
It
to say.
was months. It was not a year.
Yeah, it
but
wasn't a
was,
year.
It was months of back and forth bullshit and emails and we'll come back over and
Yeah,
he's coming here and all this.
yeah,
sort
it
of
was
shit.
all Anthony Martini. Yeah, but
But props to you, man, because you pursued it. There were many times there where I'd given up on it, and I was like, "Nah, fuck this." Like,
yeah,
and you stuck to it and chased him down, and it ended up being a sick
yeah.
experience. That video,
It
like,
was.
the
I
final
wish
video.
you were there, for the end of it.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If it was anybody else, any other artist, chances are that artist probably would have lost their money and they wouldn't have gotten their video done
What do you mean by that?
Exactly.
Oh,
with Tyga.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
If they didn't put the amount of effort you put in to hunt that video down.
Oh man, fuck. Nick was there for like the very last minutes. Like he bailed out at the very last minute, but we all could have. You know, the video girls were bailing out at the time too.
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't say I was bailing out, but it was getting to a point where I had to go back to work.
Oh, true.
So it was like,
but
was-
you were pissed off as fuck.
I was fuming, man. They'd fucked us around across 2 continents, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying to get this shit done. And
It was so fucked because literally when you left, that's the video.
it was the bad.
Like a flag in the area.
But it was what was the experience like for you
With,
putting it out and doing that, filming that video?
the end part.
Yeah, what was it like that day with the rap?
So for people who are listening, so what happened was all this footage right here was filmed in LA. And we had to track Tyga down in Australia. So it's weird. So all this footage that you're seeing right now is from Australia.
Sydney to be exact, right?
Yeah, Sydney. And
Yeah, so you
Nick-
flew
Nick-
across
Nick-
the country, across the world to film a part.
we both
And then
we both did,
he came
motherfucker.
to here. Like, that's the funny part about it.
Yeah, we both fucking flew across the globe, and we were both held up in a hotel in Sydney. Man, crazy fucking shit.
But
Sounds like
what
a
was
rockstar
what was the
lifestyle.
actual day like with Tyga?
With
when
Tyga-
you finally
well,
got
so
got
you,
to
you jetted off. You were fucking fuming. You're like, get the fuck out of here. Like fucking Tyga's not coming and shit. Get a message from Anthony Martini. Can you rewind that video
to the Tyga part.
to Trinity? So that
She come back.
all right.
There she is.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit hard to see now, but this girl Trinity, she really hooked shit up. Like you know, I'll always give her props for how business-minded and work-related she is. Shout out to Trinity. But yeah, she hooked up another videographer, and this guy's like, "You're filming a Tyga video, bullshit." And that was the funny part. And yeah, he came through and he's like, "Tyga's there." I'm saying he had his security guard, like this big ass, like 6 foot, 6 fucking ripped ass bodyguard. South was like talking to him, like making friends with him and shit. So funny. Trinity was like rolling. Yeah, Trinity. She was wait, can you pause it or?
My editing's just too slick and fucking.
Yeah. Well, that's her. You can't really see her, but she rolled 1,000 blunts. I have to tell you, oof, more. That's definitely exaggeration, but she rolled 1,000 blunts, and the camera guy's like, "Can you smoke? Like, can you smoke here?" All right, cool. Yeah, smoking these blunts. It's like, smoke. Can you smoke over there? Right. Smoke over there.
It was like part of the tactic to get the video done.
Yeah, it was like, I need different angles for you guys to smoke.
Oh yeah.
Smoke over here. By the fucking time I was finished with that video, I was high as fuck, man.
High as a kite.
And so was he. Tyga was high as fuck too. We looked at each other, we're like, we started laughing and shit. And I was like, I got the fuck out of that place. I was like, get me out of here. to Trinity. Take me to the nearest bar so I can drink and get less high. Yeah. But that was my experience with that shit.
Amazing. Awesome.
Yeah.
In the end, it was worth the story, right?
Oh, of course, man. The juice was worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's pretty much leave it there. What do you guys got coming up? What do you got music-wise?
I got an album coming out soon.
Well, we also got, our movie script on the Capital City movie script.
So,
got that
for
coming
all
out.
Canberrans, this movie coming out, it's going to take a couple of years. But we are putting it together. It's called Capital Territory. So it's about Canberrans, everything that's happening here. Is that music playing?
Yeah, that's some of your stuff.
Yeah.
So we can expect more stuff like this on the album.
Like that, yeah.
This is one of my favorite
But,
tracks,
This
by
is
the
one
way.
of mine. Yeah.
This
This
is
is
one of my favorites.
Music and a movie.
music in a movie.
Yeah.
How about you, Dave? Back in the studio soon?
Yeah, we're gonna be back in the studio in I think on the 15th.
You still want to do the live tattoo?
Yeah, I think we gotta be doing a live tattoo.
Yeah, we'll do something in here.
Yeah, I gotta pick my new guinea pig. You know what I'm saying?
A new guinea pig.
New guinea pig.
You don't need a new guinea pig.
Nah, I think Rac has earned the credit, to get a piece.
Earn
Know
the
what I'm saying?
credit. What are you talking
Hell
about?
yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You were there from the beginning, my nigga.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't earn that shit.
All right, lads. Thank you so much for joining us in the flats here.
Master Flats.
You can check it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hit that subscribe. Thanks to Capital for supporting the channel.
Thanks for getting me drunk.
Thanks for getting Rac drunk. Responsibly.
No regrets.
And yeah, we'll be back soon. So thank you all for joining us.
All right.